The effects of COVID-19 have provoked change in many industries, and in this new era of constant sanitizing and social distancing, photography shops are no exception. Our Crystal Darling tells us more about the changes local industry has made.
The business that we're in, we come in close contact with our clients. So we had to adjust everything we do.
Words of veteran photographer and owner of ProPhoto, David Knowles. He and fellow photographers Neville Bethel, owner of Portrait Studio, and Davina Knowles, owner of Bahamas Babies and Bellies, spoke to us about how business has been going following COVID-19 lockdowns in the first half of the year.
We've been very, very busy since we opened, doing graduation portraits for many of the schools.
To my surprise, there's been a lot of pent-up demand for passport photographs and job photographs. So we've been quite busy with that. And also because of the lockdown, we've had lots of ID cards to do from the government and other private sector companies. We've got a couple hundred ID cards that we're trying to work on as present because people still have to produce the ID cards to get past the roadblocks, etc.
It's starting to pick back up now that things are reopening. I also go to the home and do things for people there. And even though people are wary, I just make them comfortable and let them know that, I'm following the proper protocols.
They said adjustments had to be made in compliance with COVID-19 business regulations once they reopened their doors.
We had to start taking appointments so that we're ready for when people come in. So that gave us time to sanitize, and we didn't have everybody rushing in at one time. We have people calling in, and that's been working very well to my surprise because we've never done that before.
We spread on the customers' hands, etc. before we serve them, and also our own hands before we touch the customers in the back. We're sort of careful. Sometimes we just have to give verbal instructions.
Because we're photographing infants at a very small age, we have very strict guidelines in terms of sanitation and cleaning everything, like cleaning all of the materials that I use. So in that case, when it came to COVID-19, I was very, very prepared to go into that process because I was already doing it all along.
And although the photography industry, like many others, has been hard hit, the three business owners say they are moving forward with positivity.
We think we're going to get through this. So we're pretty positive.
Expected to slow down once again in a few months' time, but hopefully we should have other products on board that would fill in the gap. Because during the COVID period, I was working on several other projects that should come into being in the next 2-3 months. That should sort of level everything off for me.
But when you have a baby, it's such a precious moment. You don't want to miss out on that moment just because of what's going on.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Network News.